great. Okay, fantastic. Good morning. Is this on? Hello? On? Hello, good morning, Gordon. Switch it on.
Right there.
Oh, you're on. You're good. You're good. Great. Thank you. Sorry about that. Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for being here on this beautiful day. My name is Joshua Rogel, and I'm the president at Strata Clean Energy. It's my pleasure to welcome everyone to this momentous occasion, the groundbreaking of the Scatterwash Energy Storage Complex. We're thrilled to be the developer and the owner of this project, which will be one of the largest battery energy storage projects in the world when it comes online in the first half of 2025. Upon completion, this project will be able to power 250,000 homes for 4 hours from this one battery facility. One of the cornerstones of Strata's development and operational philosophy is safety. So before we get into the celebrations and the remarks, we want to begin with a safety moment. And we'd like to thank the Mortensen team for helping to pull together this event. As this is an active construction site, please be mindful of your footing, as the area around the seating area and the stage is gravel. So please be careful so we prevent trips, slips, and falls. Access and egress is where you came from behind you here. In the case of an unexpected emergency, the nearest hospital with trauma center is located at the Deer Valley Medical Center. And lastly, I encourage everyone to stay hydrated. It is hot. So there's water at your seats and where you came in to check into the event. There are many people and organizations to acknowledge and thank this morning. And before we get into it, I'd like to provide a brief background on Strata as context to how we got here today. Strata is a family-owned company founded in 2008 by the Wilhelm family and is an organization that has developed and constructed more utility-scale renewable energy projects in the United States than any other developer. We were founded in North Carolina and quickly expanded regionally in the Southeast, focused initially on solar development, and then we vertically integrated to build, operate, maintain, and own renewable energy projects all over the United States. We then expanded our presence into battery energy storage starting in 2017, and we're one of the earliest entrants into that market, where we've grown into one of the largest developers of batteries in the United States. Our focus is simple. We develop battery energy storage projects in locations where they're needed the most to bring reliable, low cost, and safe solutions as part of the energy transition while supporting our customers, whether they're utilities, commercial and industrial organizations, and or ratepayers on their path to decarbonization. And here's the thing about decarbonization. There's no silver bullet. We've been incredibly impressed with the dedication and sophistication of our stakeholders here in Arizona, and this project is a representation of those efforts. Beginning with the state of Arizona, Governor Hobbs has been a longtime champion for the clean energy future. Today is another example of her vision, one that brings expanded opportunities for clean energy investments in Arizona, and that's becoming a reality. We are proud to partner with the governor, the state, and APS on a project that will bring 1 gigawatt hour of clean energy power to Arizona families and businesses. Governor Hobbs, partnering with APS, has bold plans to grow renewable energy in Arizona, and we couldn't be more excited to work with them on this project and many others in the future. We've chosen to expand our company, Strata Clean Energy, in Arizona because of the thriving clean energy ecosystem. Governor Hobbs is an active champion for more clean energy in Arizona, and her priority is to advance green energy, and that's perfectly illustrated with projects like Scatterwash. Governor Hobbs has taken critical steps to advance policies that will fuel a robust, clean energy economy while keeping pace with the economic growth here in Arizona. She understands that these projects, initiatives, and policies will unleash clean energy jobs that drive Arizona's renewable energy progress forward. Under her leadership, Scatterwash will transform the Arizona clean energy landscape and unlock Arizona's renewable energy potential. Her commitment to build a more resilient and prosperous clean energy future is evident by her work to bring resources and support efforts to create a sustainable renewable energy future for Arizona families and businesses. Next, our customer, APS. APS is the state's leader in clean energy and has been accelerating the industry's move to more renewable energy. This project brings together private and public sector innovation to achieve and advance renewable energy targets that benefit the entire region and customer base. Their clean energy commitment is a perfect match with Strata's goal to facilitate broad adoption of large-scale battery energy storage, and we're grateful of the work of Jacob Tutlo, his team, and leaders within the organization for this opportunity. Thiago will speak about this in a moment. The APS team has been terrific to work with. With a clear alignment in values between Strata and APS, it has served as a strong foundation for collaboration. We appreciate the efforts across the organization, from resource planning to electrical interconnection and many other functional areas of the company. The APS team has been great to work with, solutions-oriented, and never lost sight of reliability, safety, and cost-effectiveness. The Commission. We're fortunate to have elected leaders at the Arizona Corporation Commission who support the efforts of private industry to bring innovative solutions to meet Arizona's growing energy needs. Thank you to Commissioners Marquez Peterson and Myers for being here today and for your work to encourage innovation and spur economic development and investment through policies that support large-scale renewable battery projects like Scatterwash. Arizona's energy future is bright thanks to the work that's being done at the ACC, and we're grateful to play a role. The legislature, we're fortunate to be joined by several members of the Arizona State Legislature this morning, and their continued support of large-scale clean energy projects is vital. Arizona legislators, in particular with Governor Hobbs and other state and local leaders, have created a sustainable, innovation-focused ecosystem in Arizona that allows projects like Scatterwash to come to fruition, and we're grateful for their continued work to expand opportunities for the projects like this. And last but not least, the City of Phoenix. The City of Phoenix has been an invaluable partner on this project. Like the state, the city has a bold plan for clean energy, and their commitment to renewable energy development will secure environmental and economic livability for future generations in this region. Thank you to Vice Mayor Ansari, who was with us today, and Mayor Gallego, the Phoenix City Council, and city staff. Their commitment to clean energy projects like Scatterwash is invaluable, and we're grateful for the work to bring projects like this through the process. The benefits of Scatterwash will be enormous, and we're fortunate to have such a supportive state, city, and utility partners. So with that, let's have a great time today. We appreciate your support and joining us to celebrate an important milestone for the Scatterwash Energy Storage Complex. It will be exciting to see steel on the ground, and we hope that you'll join us in early 2025 to celebrate a ribbon cutting for this project as it reaches its operational milestone. Next, we have Thiago, Strata's Chief Development Officer, to talk a little bit more about the project.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's a pleasure to be here today. My name is Thiago Diaz. I'm the Chief Development Officer at Strata. And this project has truly been the collaboration of a lot of organizations. A lot of them are here today, as mentioned Josh. And every time we needed the support, the words that came back to us was how I can help, right? It was rarely no. It was never this is impossible. The attitude has been let's figure this out. And that's what you need to build a project like that. So we started developing Scatterwash in 2019, following our decision to quadruple our efforts here. At the time, a lot of people were developing projects in Arizona to tie into California. Jacob, you know this well. We decided that the future of Strata really lied in the state. Today, our portfolio in Arizona represents 1/3 of our national portfolio, about 3.5 gigawatts of project. We have a growing office here, the second largest in the company. So the decision of investing in Arizona wasn't the end of the decision of becoming Arizona for us, for Strata. And as we move forward with the plan, we did what any good developer would do. We studied the grid and found out that there was a brand new substation right here, the Scatterwash substation. We discovered there was a local landowner that wanted to partner with us. The Howards, thank you gentlemen for trusting us. We discovered that there was a process to bring the power from the land to the substation over the canal. I could not be more grateful for the Cap Canal team and the Arizona State Land Department. And by 2022, we had a project. We had interconnection agreement, we had the project mostly permitted, and we had site control. We were shortlisted in the APS RFP in November that year. It was a great day in the office, but there was a lot of homework to do. And if it wasn't for APS and their partnership, it would be very hard to get this project done. Thank you especially to Derek Seaman, to Don Baker, Kevin, all the team there in the resource team, with the leadership of Justin Joyner at the time. Jacob, this team is amazing, and we could not be more grateful of working with them. There are a few challenges, and I would like to name 3 challenges that I think really represent that phrase, it takes a village to build a project. The first one was to educate different stakeholders on the Tesla solution. And I work with extremely talented people in the fire department, at Tesla, the Strata team, the APS team, a few names here, Beth Bremer, our team Strata, Joe Vaidun and Gabe, Dan and Sobia at APS, Lana, Nick, Lance at Tesla, so many people that worked to put this project together, so thank you very much. Second challenge, we had an effective system, and there was a lot of work that we had to do there to solve a few challenges. I want to call out Jason Spitzkov, Ted Bright, and Ryan Hewlett. That was an amazing work to get that thing done, and this project is here because of them as well. And finally, we had to go through the CEC process. At the time, there was a lot of projects to go through that process to allow us to build this transmission line. I could not think enough, the ACC, the State House, the State Senate, to put a plan together to improve the process that was signed into law by our own very own Governor Hobbs here. Thanks to our legislator to put this project together. So it's been the collaboration of a lot of people. This project in the end is yours. I could not think enough, Gary Lehman, our very own developer, this is his baby. Now Brian Hamilton and the Mortensen team will push it forward. And in the end of the day, I just wanted to know that your work does matter. And the result is this massive battery project that we're building today. Thank you very much. I'll pass the words to Jacob Tallow here from APS.
Well, I appreciate the kind words. Jacob Tutlo, Executive Vice President of Operations at APS. So good morning to all of you. What a beautiful day to be out here. I was just thinking about why people want to live in Arizona, and it should be pretty obvious right now. We're really proud of the relationship and excited about the opportunity to partner with Strata and all the other stakeholders involved in this project. This is really an important step around creating a sustainable energy future for Arizona, around reliable, affordable, and clean energy to serve over 1.4 million customers in Arizona. Interestingly enough, it was 4 years ago today that APS announced our clean energy commitment. That commitment is to provide 100% carbon-free energy by the year 2050. And while we're already over 50% of the way there, and because of renewable energy and nuclear energy, we're not going to get the other 50% without projects like this one. And so this is an important step to continue making that forward progress. It's part of a reliable, diverse fuel supply to serve our customers in Arizona. APS has a long history in Arizona. We've been here for over 140 years serving this great state, and we're really proud of that history. I personally grew up here, my wife grew up here, I got 4 kids born here. This is my state, and I'm really proud about what we do for it. As we think about how much it's changed in 140 years, though, it's really a growth story. Over the last few years, we've really seen the growth in commercial and industrial, large-scale manufacturing, data center growth, customers turning to electrification, electrifying more and more products, electric vehicles. As we decarbonize as a society, it will take a lot of energy. We think about our system today as kind of a 9,000 megawatt system, peak capacity to serve. by the year 2031, and we use 31 a lot because that's the year that we plan to exit our last coal-fired power plant. And in 2031, when we exit Four Corners Power Plant, our projected peak will be 13,000 megawatts. That's a 40% increase need in energy, while at the same time we're retiring coal generation. That will require a lot of resources and partners like Strata and others to build those resources to serve the great state of Arizona going forward. When we think about that 40%, just between now and 2027, we will add an additional 6,000 megawatts of solar, wind, and batteries as part of that journey. And we know that renewables are cost effective, and while continuing to maintain a balanced portfolio is critical for keeping the lights on. That's my job at APS, so if the lights are out, you can call me. But my job is to make sure the lights stay on in Arizona. And we need that diverse fuel supply, but we also need to take advantage of cost-effective renewables. And battery storage projects like you see today, even since we announced our clean energy commitment in 2020, we have already either contracted or built over 4,500 megawatts. So you can see the degree of investment that's taking place in Arizona to build that clean energy future. The batteries that will be built here today, that over the next couple of years, it really is about taking renewable energy. I mean, we know that it's very sunny. You can't really see a cloud anywhere. And we know that we have an incredible resource of solar energy in Arizona. And it's also gotten dramatically cheaper over the last decade. I was at APS in 2010, 11, 12, and I can remember looking at solar generation. At the time, photovoltaic panels were about $7 a watt. Today, you can get that same panel for about 30 to 40 cents. That's like a 95% drop in price. It's because of technology advancements, manufacturing advancements, that resource is that much more effective and efficient. Well, and we sit in one of the sunniest places with the best irradiance in the planet. So why wouldn't we take advantage of that resource? So today we live in a world where we have a lot of solar, but our demand, while the sun may peak at noon, our demand is really around 5 or 6 p.m. at the end of the day when the sun's going down. In order to move that renewable solar energy to the end of the day, we need projects exactly like this. We need to be able to take that solar energy, store it up. There's times where it's either surplus and there's excess on the system, or even times where it's negatively priced. We take power from California at times, and they pay us to take their solar energy in the middle of the day because they're also preparing for that afternoon ramp. And so projects like today, this scatter wash project, will help bridge that gap and take advantage of that renewable energy. So when you think about what we're building in the partnership with, I want to make sure it's clear because some people have concerns about batteries and the safety, and we have some of the best safety standards that exist in the industry, and Strata's been a great partner in using the APS standards to make sure that these will be safely operated and will be a safe, reliable resource. And the developers are providing innovative solutions that help us ensure that 24/7, 365 power. So, as I said today, it's an exciting day, it's a great partnership, but it's also important to recognize it wouldn't be possible without a whole lot of people working together. It takes support, it takes collaboration. It takes the Strata team, so thank you for those kind words. It takes the resource planners, my APS team that's out there. It takes local leadership, City of Phoenix, others, fire departments. It takes our elected officials. I see 4 of our commissioners sitting right here. Thank you for that support. And it takes our governor's leadership to help drive Arizona and create the sustainable energy future that I think we all want to live in and create for Arizona. So with that, I will turn it over to our governor. Ms. Hobbs.
Good morning, everyone. And to those coming from out of state, welcome to Arizona. This project could not have come at a better or more exciting time for our state and the future of clean energy here. Arizona leads the way in attracting the high-tech and advanced manufacturing businesses that are building our nation's future. Just last week, Phoenix was named the top city for manufacturing growth. And I'm proud to announce that today we set another record. With our continued job growth, even more Arizonans are employed than ever before. With this trajectory only set to continue and spread throughout the state, we need to ensure Arizona's energy grid is safe, reliable, and affordable. And there's no better way to do that than by investing in resilience and clean energy. Just in the last year, we have seen a huge increase in renewable energy projects throughout the state. A wind farm in Winslow, a solar energy project in Florence, and a new transmission line in Wilcox, and that's no coincidence. Arizona is primed to lead the way in clean energy and show the nation and the world that growth and sustainability go hand in hand. Even more, we have great partners in our utility companies like APS that have joined the efforts to make sure our energy grid reflects the growing demands of our state. Put those two things together, along with the cutting-edge companies like Strata, who are at the center of the energy ecosystem, and it's easy to understand how we got to where we are today. Recognizing this, I'm taking action to cut the red tape and bureaucracy that too often holds up important projects like this. Last year, I signed House Bill 2496 into law, which helped mitigate the backlog that often holds up necessary projects like this one. It's because of this smart, common sense, bipartisan legislation that we're able to celebrate this project today. I want to thank Marshall and the rest of the team at Strata for your work on this bill, and I'm so glad we are able to get this done together, also with support from APS. We will continue to look for ways to make government more efficient and help facilitate smart and responsible growth. Congratulations on making this happen. I know that your leadership at Strata was instrumental throughout this whole process, and I hope you'll continue to see me and my office as a resource as we work together to create a more sustainable Arizona. Projects like this make me even more excited for the opportunities in front of us. It's because of our smart, forward-looking investments in energy efficiency and reliability that we're able to continue being an economic leader and example for other states to follow. Thank you again, and congratulations, everyone.
Great. I'd like to invite everybody over for a shovel groundbreaking ceremony here.
Makes total sense.
Oh, yeah.
How are you? How's it going?
There he is.